Ukraine doesn't have any cards. Also, Ukraine in one secret operation today. So what is this that happened today? World War III canceled as Ukraine demilitarizes Putin's Russia. So Ukraine basically pulled a massive, like, honestly, whenever I saw this, this is going to sound like the dumbest thing. Like, I almost don't even want to say this because it's so stupid. But this made me want to go back. Like, I looked at these clips here. Like this. And this made me, this is like an advertisement in my mind for me to like, oh yeah, I never finished playing Stalker 2. I need to go back and play Stalker 2 because I got like halfway through the game. I never beat it. And like Stalker 2 is a Ukrainian game. And I was like, oh man, bro, like maybe I should play that game again in celebration of like, you know, Ukraine. Like, I mean, I don't view Russia as like everybody in Russia is evil, but I think Russia is the aggressor in this conflict. And so when Ukraine's able to fight back, I'm in support of that, especially whenever they're attacking a military installation. So that's my viewpoint. I don't want to get into it too much, right? And I know it's really complicated, and I might not be the most educated, but based off of the way that I've seen it and the years that I've seen things evolved and everybody, I even know people from Ukraine, talk to them, and I've heard how they were, you know, like Zepla, I think is a great example, right? A lot of us know Zepla from Final Fantasy. She was displaced. She used to live in Ukraine, and she was displaced from Ukraine. She had to leave Kiev. And her shit got stolen, and so a lot of us, we actually know a person who was directly materially affected by this in a serious way, right? Like, I mean, so like at that point, like it's very hard for me to think about it from the other perspective. It is. But anyway, when we say f Russia, we mean the ones who are running it. Yeah, of course, right? I mean, I totally, I know all the Russian citizens, like they don't all support this, right? And a lot of them that do are probably just victims of propaganda. And I mean, I get it, I understand it, sure. So Ukraine had this massive fucking attack today. Anyway, I can go back and I can talk about that, but let's just go through and look at this here. And where is it? Ukraine just mounted an attack that marks a turning point in the history of warfare. Hundreds of drones were pre-deployed and then struck 40 aircraft 1,000 kilometers inside of Russia. Oh my God. They have a fucking video of this? Yo, what's he saying? Drones are the future of warfare, manned aircraft or not. Fucking obviously. Duh. Yes. Wait, are people complaining about this? There's 200 replies. I want peace, not war, literally. Yeah, well, if you do that, like, I mean, new wars won't be one of these, a lot of these, yes. Okay, I was gonna see, like, why have the unneeded liability in there? Exactly, I hate drones. Okay, yeah, well, there we go. No, I mean, Elon's completely right. I mean, there are human limitations that exist for, like, people to be able to, like, for example, like, a person can't do a barrel roll 50 times in a row, right? But a robot can. And so, like, there are just very simple biological reasons, especially, like, in terms of, like, G-force, etc., that very, very simply just make drones a superior force, right? Yeah, it's only Tom Cruise. Yeah, besides Tom Cruise and Star Fox, but that's it. And Falco. Anyway, let's watch this. So, is this, like, actually a drone that's flying into the Russia base? I love how this is recorded on, like, it's like he has OBS on the monitor here. This will be a mission in Call of Duty for sure. Yeah, I think so. I want to see this. So you can see all of them. They're already smoking and burning up. Holy fuck, man. They're fiber optic controlled. Is that true? I mean, the thing is that this is a thing. I think that a lot of these things, I mean, as far as I know, I could be misinformed on this. Oh my, well, actually, I'm just going off on a tangent. Look at the, I was gonna say ships. Look at the what are the planes? The planes. Look at the planes. They're fucking destroyed. Yeah, these look like bombers to me. I mean, like, I don't know. I mean, but like, whenever I was like playing video games as a kid, if you saw one of these, it was like, uh-oh, all right, get underneath the bridge or something, right? Holy shit, man, this is incredible. And so they destroyed 40 of these fucking things? Wow. Well, I think this really goes to show, like, I mean, it's I mean, you can have these massive aircraft that are piloted by people, or you can have this smaller machine thing that is just infinitely more effective. And you're seeing this drone warfare play out. Like, I mean, you saw very, very early versions of it in, like, the Iraq War, right? But, like, then you see it now. Like, there are certain militarized police things here in the U.S. that we have that are effectively drones, right? Like that one robot that I found, etc. And cost is everything. Yeah, exactly. Think about how much cheaper this is. And also how much less risk it has. The only thing it did ensure there won't be any peace anytime soon that will make Russia retaliate harder. I can see your point. I understand it. But Russia has attacked Ukraine very recently. Didn't Russia attack Ukraine like 3 days ago or something like that? I'm pretty sure they did. Yeah, and Ukraine, this is one of the first times that Ukraine has, like, really gone super inland inside of Russia to attack them pretty much at all. Like, I mean, it's happened before, but, like, I think this is definitely... This, to me, is, like, the largest data point of it happening so far. Like, it's the third time? Yeah. And so, like, not on this scale, right? Yeah, this is a massive upscaling of it, right? Russia will attack regardless, right? And so, like, if Ukraine playing the defensive role would have worked, it would have worked in the last 3 years. At a certain point, like, look, I don't think anybody wants a war, right? But I don't think you can fault Ukraine for fighting back after so many years of this not happening. There already is. Yeah, there already is a war. Like, Russia brought the war to Ukraine. At least, and this is also, keep in mind, there are no houses anywhere here. There's no apartment buildings. There's no, you know, like, schools being destroyed. There's no collateral civilian damage. This is a military base, and they're destroying military aircraft. Like, I mean, we're talking, really, like, I mean, this is zero casualties. Yes, exactly. I don't agree. I don't agree with that. I don't. I know why people say that. I don't agree with that. Is it going to show the explosions here? Wait, so he's just getting ready to... I mean, don't they have the... Doesn't Russia have, like, some sort of, like, anti-drone thing? I mean, I know that we had this... I mean, we had this in Pearl Harbor. That was, like, years ago. Don't they have, like, some sort of, like, thing? I guess not. Shouldn't they have, like, a few guys just, like, sitting out there with a machine gun? Like, hey, what the hell? Pop! Okay. Never mind. All right, we're good. Google VEO is really good. No way. It's just no way you're actually just going to land this drone on here and blow it up. Oh, don't mind if I do. Let me just go ahead and, warning, no data up. Yeah, look at them all. Yeah, let me just sit right now over here and then, boom, wow. We won the war! Russians don't give a fuck about their planes? What is this? Russians don't give a fuck. Damn! Damn! They certainly give a fuck. I mean, I would give a fuck, yeah. And, yeah, the wing got destroyed or anything like that. Not to be xenophobic, Russians reportedly shown to be retarded. Long ago, civilians were dragging sea mines onto the beach. No, Americans would do that too. It's not Russians being stupid. It's just, no, Americans would easily drag sea mines onto the beach. Yeah, no, I could, you really think that's not gonna happen? Absolutely, that's what it would be. And so, yeah, and 100% America, I think Chinese are probably, I think most people would do that. So this will be in the textbook. Russia secretly delivered FPV drones and wooden mobile cabins into Russia. Bro, did they pull, is this the Ukraine version of the pagers? The drones were hidden under the roofs of the cabins, which were later mounted on trucks. At the signal, the roofs opened remotely. Dozens of drones launched directly from the trucks. What, like a wasp nest? An actual Trojan horse. Yes, no, you're right. Let's watch it. Oh.
Вот дела, блядь. Ёб твою мать, чего техника дошла? А нахуя мы работаем за рулем-то, блядь?
True. Well, that's only one, though. I want to see, like, 5 come out.
О, блядь. А, это менты сшибают его, прикинь. Это какой-то... Автомата очередь на...
Why is there random...
О, нихуя себе.
Why is it every time that I see a video in Russia, there's somebody firing a gun? Why so... Is this just what you guys do over there? Like, they're shooting the drones? Did they get it? Another one! Uh-oh! Oh! Oh! Another one! Yeah, I don't think he even shot. Did he even get it? He did not even show himself shooting it. You waited that long? Ukrainian operation against Russia is a wake-up call on the era of drone warfare. One said Ukraine doesn't have any cards. He proved them wrong. 5 aces. Playing with a stacked deck, bro. That's it. Yeah, I guess so. AI, there's 4 aces. Not anymore, bro. Not anymore. And all diamonds. That's right, boys. And he has the cards. I guess so. I mean, World War III as Ukraine demilitarizes Putin's Russia. I mean, I'd be surprised. Like, I wonder if... I mean, Russia has to have drone technology like this, too. I mean, they have to. And so... And this is the other one right here. Is people laughing in the background? Is this where it blows up? Jesus, look at that. Wow. Yeah, from Russia, or some from China? Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, right? They're buying Iranian drones? Yeah, and Putin's air power is crumbling faster than he can spin it. Every bomber downed is a sign his grip is slipping. Resilience, tech, and will, that's what wins. Ukraine keeps hitting deep, and they're losing control and they'll surrender. Yeah, we'll see what happens, right? Wow, what a day. More, please. Yeah, exactly. And it's crazy how... What's so crazy to me about this is that I bet this drone was like $4,000. And the plane was $4 million. Wait, it was a... Wait. What aircraft is this that they're blowing up? Yeah, what is the value of this aircraft? Sorry, what type of aircraft is this? It's a Tu-87? Tu-95 Bear? Okay, I'm gonna just... How much does it cost to make a Tu-95 Bear? It costs $14 million? Equivalent to 100 So, let me get this straight. These people blew up a $50 million airplane with a flying lawnmower? Oh no, and 40 of them? Oh my god, that's fucking poetic. This is insane. No, like aluminum breaking diamonds. I know, this is insane. Yeah, it blew up 40 of them. Think about that. That's billions of dollars. Look at this. Seems destroying Russia's strategic bombers was enough for Ukraine. The city of Samorsk that houses Russia's nuclear submarines is no longer not violently exploding. No longer not violently. What does that mean? Yeah, bro, I gotta play Stalker 2 again. Yeah, we're gonna reinstall that tonight. And if there's any of the other ones to look at here. I don't think that's real, is it? I don't think it is. Anyway, let's see if I can find some more of these. This is more footage right here. Ukraine carries out the biggest ever swarm drone attack on multiple Russian airfields. They destroyed 40 aircraft, and they destroyed deep inside the bases. Wow. Oh my god. Well, there it is, boys. That's crazy. I mean, we do really want Russia to get desperate right now. They do have nukes. Do we really want Russia to get desperate, though? They have nukes. I think that I mean, Ukraine denuked, right? I think that they denuclearized in, like, 1993 or something like that. I'm pretty sure they did. There's something like that. I don't remember, like, all the years or anything like that. Not really. Well, I thought that they did. They did 1994. Okay, that's what it was. Yeah, and they did, ironically, because they were assured protection. Oh, fuck. Damn. Holy fucking shit. Let's see here. Secret Service of Ukraine estimates Russia's losses today as a result of spiderweb operation. Let me see what it says, spiderweb operation. Because they're probably going to be using that term, and I can see if I can look it up myself. This is a new page. Did they really say anything about this? The Tu-95 and Tu-22 bombers. Yeah, this is all the ones that we saw before. And 117 drones. So basically, let's say each drone is $1,000, and that's apparently a lot. Like, you know, the costs of getting it there and everything. Let's say you put everything together, it's $1,000. So they spent basically 120K, like rounding up. And no, I guess 5K. A drone is 5K. $4.8 billion. That's how much Russia lost from this. $4.8 billion. Oh my God. How also, by the way, how is this not trending on Twitter? ICE raids? Who gives a fuck about this? Like, what is this? Like, I mean, this is insane. This is a massive fucking thing. Yeah, I'm surprised. Honestly, I really am. I would expect a lot more people to talk about this. Yeah, media doesn't care. Media bias because it's X. Maybe you're right. But I mean, I feel like, I feel like, what do you call it? Elon Musk, I feel like he was very instrumental in helping Ukraine by allowing them to use Starlink. Am I crazy for thinking that? I feel like he's definitely been on their side, kind of. Yeah, he was. Yeah. This is crazier than you know. The anti-jamming technology is next level. The company I know the company that made it, Raytheon, will do anything to get their tech. Well, what's insane is that Russia didn't already have this. That's what's insane about it. Is like, especially like, I mean, to think about you had all these planes. It's basically like, I mean, you have like all of these $50 million planes that are lined up, and you don't have any sort of anti-air, anti-drone technology around it at all. Like, you can't jam fiber optic cables. Well, what I'm saying is that, like, even if you could, like, they would be able to, like, couldn't you just identify, like, yeah, there's a bird out there or something? I mean, I don't know what the fuck, right? It feels like am I the only person that's gotten the same vibe? And, like, I expected whenever this war started, and I think that a lot of people expected this, I expected this war to be over in, like, 3 days, and Russia to just totally roll Ukraine over. That's what I thought was going to happen, right? I thought they were going to just totally destroy them. And I feel like this entire thing, I think it really changed my perspective on how powerful and how big, like, Russia's military really is. Because it feels like it's definitely more of a paper tiger than I would have expected. Yeah, am I crazy for thinking that makes Russia look weak? Yeah, I think it makes them look really weak. They're 80% propaganda. Well, maybe I bought 20% of the 80%. Yeah, I don't know. Per Fox News, the White House told Fox News that President Donald Trump and his administration were not warned of the attack ahead of time. Yeah, Trump built for it. I mean, like, Trump said that he was going to get, like, I feel like Ukraine has, they haven't really, I feel like they probably could have attacked and done more of this, but they probably haven't, because they thought that there would be peace talks and they were trying to just play defense and hopefully be able to get concessions or something like that. And it's like at a certain point, right? I mean, like, Trump said he was going to have the war ended, you know, the first day he was president. That didn't happen. And at a certain point, I mean, like, there's people dying constantly. And I don't think that you should discount the reality that this actually, I do think, is demoralizing for Russians. Because I think that Russians, whenever they see this, and they see a bunch of flying lawnmowers deleting multi-million-dollar bomber planes, and they think, oh my God, how do we let this happen? The level of patriotism there is going to be at a pretty low level. Yeah, I mean, maybe it's just me, but, like, I would, if I saw that, I'd be like, what the fuck is this? Now they have nukes. The rest of the equipment is spread for defense across all of Russia. Basically, no tanks, no bombers. Russia will do now because their doctrine about using nukes is clear. This is not a joke. Either the war is either over or they're watching escalation. I think that, in my opinion, I feel like using nuclear weapons will polarize everybody in the entire world against whoever uses them. Like, whether it's America using them, China using them, Pakistan using them, Russia using them, I feel like literally everybody will be against you, and you will be seen as, like, yeah, it's you against the world, right? Exactly. Like, that's literally, like, I don't even think China would support them in that regard. Like, maybe you might think that they will. I don't think that they will. I don't think they will, and if that happens, that would change everything. Even internally? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so I don't see nuclear weapons, like, I don't see nuclear weapons ever being used. Maybe this is me being naive, and I think that definitely could be the case, but I personally don't imagine this happening. But let's go back. I'll see if there's any more of this that I missed out on, and then let me go back and... a Russian man enters one of Ukraine's drones. Oh, I'm not trying to watch that. Let's see here. Ukraine just pulled out. What is this here?
You've got to see this. Ukraine just pulled off one of the most covert, daring military operations you'll ever see. They put FPV attack drones in the roofs of cabins that were mounted on trucks and then driven into Russia by Russian truck drivers. Those Russian truck drivers then drove these attack drones deep into...
Wait, I didn't know it was the Russian truck drivers that did it. Oh, God.
Russia, as far as 3,000 miles from the Ukrainian border. When the signal was given, the roofs of these cabins opened up and the drones flew out. The drones damaged or destroyed 41 of Russia's Tu-160 bombers, known as the White Swans. These are some of Russia's most deadly and capable weapons in their war.
Not really. I mean, if you get your shit destroyed by a flying lawnmower, I mean, like, you wouldn't think maybe you should put this, like, I don't know, like, at least in, like, an aircraft hangar or something. But those are strategic bombers. They're not easy to rebuild, and they're very expensive. Yeah, I guess so. And Ukrainian FPV drones typically cost between $200 and $500 each. This sharp... Look at this. Look at the distinction between this. Look, read it. Give me a minute. Let me pull this guy up. Ukrainian military FPV drones typically cost between $200 and $500 each, with some sources estimating up to $1,000 for the more advanced models. This contrasts sharply with the cost of the sophisticated military equipment, like the Tu-95MS strategic bomber, which would cost over $100 million. Oh, jeez. Oh, man. Wow. That's a lot of money to waste, huh? Jesus, how many people will fall off the windows by accident? Probably some guys driving trucks would. And administration, White House was not aware it was coming. I mean, again, I don't blame Zelensky for not telling Trump, and I think that honestly, Trump can't expect Zelensky to just sit there and, again, because he has to make sure that he's doing the right thing for his people, right? He's ultimately the president of Ukraine, and his main responsibility is to serve the people of Ukraine and to look out for their best interests. And working with Trump and trying to play ball with Trump and waiting for Putin to come around, which apparently just hasn't happened, especially after they recently attacked. I mean, at a certain point, guys, like, he's got to do what's best for his country. So in the war, he's not willing to. And the reason why he's not willing to is because them ending the war means that they will probably lose part of Ukraine. That's the reason why. Russia has now started targeting Ukraine's capital, Kiev. Oh, boy. So we've got a big... oh, my fucking... we got a big day today. Holy shit. They've been doing that? Yeah, I mean, well, this is like... I don't know. What's this here? You could level London and shine is off. They started doing it for years? Yeah. This is bad. And not new. It's fake. Oh, you think that's fake? Okay, well, maybe you're right. And let's see if I can find the rest of these. I hope Russia will respond to Ukraine in the best possible way. I support Russia. Okay, and let's see here if I can find a few more of these. Yeah, here's some more of the drones right here. Imagine, bro, like this thing that sounds like a fucking... like a bumblebee is just destroying your fucking $100 million planes. I'd be so fucking mad. You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of, like, you know, like back in StarCraft, where like you would spend all your money to like make like High Templar or something, and then like they would send in those suicide Zerg and just kill all of them, and it would be like fucking, it was like, you know, 50 crystals, and it destroyed all of your guys. Yeah. I'd be, yeah, the Banelings, exactly. I'd be losing my fucking mind. So they lost a nuclear submarine. Yeah, or a Templar. And yeah, it's the same thing. Like, there's another one. Do you remember, like, if you would ever play Zerg, and you would do a massive Zergling rush, and there would just be 2 Archons, and the 2 Archons would just literally kill every Zergling? And it would just be like, all of that time and money and energy and planning just went into it for fucking nothing?
We are witnessing history, folks. What happened inside of Russia today was part of an operation that took 18 months called Operation Spiderweb. And this was one of those attacks in which we know that when it comes to advancements in drone warfare, this is going to be in the history books. For those who don't know, Ukraine attacked 5 different Russian air bases alongside a Navy base, one of those targets being 3,000 kilometers away. Yeah, that right there is above Mongolia. And their main targets? Going after Russia's strategic bombers, in which we know that over 41 have been hit. Most of them, from the photos and videos we're seeing online, are completely out of commission. So how did Ukraine do this? Well, we're just getting photos and videos uploaded by the SBU, in which we now know how they did it. First, we found out that drones were smuggled into Russia. In this photo, we think there's about a...
driven in by Russian drivers. How did that happen? Did they just, like, not check the back? They're like, all right, drive this truck over to the military base. What's in it? Nothing. Nothing.
And then somehow, you could see these containers. These were smuggled in. You could see these things. They got solar panels on them. They removed the tops.
Oh, wait a minute. So there was a separate compartment at the very top that all the drones were actually in. And so they opened it up, and they couldn't fucking see anything. And then somebody presses the button, the top thing opens up, and all these fucking drones fly out. Like, yeah, it's like this is like a magic trick. Do you want to see $5 billion disappear? Watch this.
Of those containers, and they put these drones inside. They then drove these trucks to these different bases. The driver got out, they went back to Ukraine, and those trucks sat there for a couple days. And this is what that looked like. You could see
just this is the truck we saw.
Those containers look familiar. Here is the lid. Yeah, the lid slid off, and then you could see the drones like this one here pop up and go right to its target.
Oh my God.
Then Ukraine, being Ukraine, filmed the entire thing with their drones and then sent that data back to the SBU.
Literal fucking kill cams.
And released it all.
This is literally Ghost Recon Breakpoint? Well, yeah, I mean, a lot of military tech and drone tech, I mean, people have been, like, theorizing about this for years. I mean, like science, a lot of things in science fiction do end up happening.
We can all see it, and that way Russia can't be like, oh no, they didn't do that. My friends, this is historic. And remember that in less than 24 hours, Ukrainians will be meeting with Russians in Istanbul to talk about peace. Maybe this will find...
It's a bit awkward, you know? It makes no sense for them to divulge how they did this. They have very little chance to do it again. I think that... I mean, really, you really think they don't know? Like, you really think the Russian note, they're gonna figure this out in like 5 minutes. They're gonna figure it out instantly, bro. Like, yeah, they would have known. They would have instantly known. Like, I mean, oh, wow, look at this. Oh, so they brought in a bunch of trucks, and then, oh, I saw, so the top panel slid up, and then the drones... Okay. Like, it's... This isn't some kind of, like, crazy, esoteric, fucking arcane strategy. This is a literal Trojan horse. 34% of Russia's strategic cruise missile carriers, worth around $7 billion, were struck today in a massive drone attack, according to Ukraine's Secret Service. President Zelensky says Ukraine is defending itself, and rightfully so. We are doing everything to make Russia feel the need to end this war. Russia started this war, and Russia must end it. Glory to Ukraine. Man, there it is. I mean, I'll tell you this, right? I think especially after, like, multiple years of, like, this happening, I mean, Ukraine having a huge W like this, I bet it's probably, like, really, you know, a huge rallying point for Ukrainian citizens. Massive, massive rallying point. And by the way, for a lot of you guys that are critical of Ukraine because you think that this could escalate into, like, nuclear warfare and it could be escalation, I think that criticism is totally valid. Like, I don't think that that's a wrong opinion to have. But I think also you have to put that in context with, like, why they're doing this and, like, what's been happening in the last 3 years. And realize, like, I mean, let's be honest, right? I mean, nothing's really happened at all. And so if it isn't, yeah, I mean, lay down and die. Yeah, I mean, you can't expect them to do that. You know, I try to cover this stuff as soon as it comes out. I'm really surprised, honestly, that... I'm surprised that more news agencies aren't faster with this kind of stuff. Because I feel like a lot of times whenever we have, like, videos like this come out, we actually end up producing videos faster than CNN and Fox. Which is kind of insane to think about, right? Like, how does that even happen? So we'll keep into it. Rare Zelensky W. Yeah, I'm going to be honest. I support them in doing this, and I even support them not telling Trump about it. I do. And I think that, again, you know, if you look at it from their perspective, like, Trump has made a lot of promises, and those promises simply haven't come true. And they've come at the cost of the people, you know, the citizens there, their lives. And, I mean, you can only do that so many times. And I don't think that, I think even Trump understands that, right? I mean, like, he's probably, like, he would never admit that publicly, but I bet if you asked him privately, like, do you understand why they did this, they didn't tell you, he'd be like, yeah, for sure, I get it, totally. Right, I respect it? Yeah, definitely. It's called Operation Spiderweb? Yep, that's right. Seriously trying to pin this on him? Well, no, I was just discussing the nuance about why Ukraine didn't inform the United States before this happened. Because that was a point of contention and people were talking about it. I'm not blaming this on, I'm not blaming it on Trump. No, I'm just saying this is why it happened. So yeah, let's go back. I'll see if we can find any more of these here. Very cool asymmetric operation. I'll see what some of the posts on my Reddit say, and then we'll move on to some other stuff too. One jet costs $100 million for the Russians. Modern bombers are expensive to build. They're priceless. Russia can't just produce them. Jesus. War of drones. Is that actually true? I wonder if they can produce them or not. And yeah, special operation hit 41 Russian strategic aircraft aviation. War of drones, absolutely, were carried out using unsuspected civilian truck drivers driving unmarked, not marked as military trucks to arrange locations. That's what it seems like it's happening as well. Yeah, it's war crime all over again. I mean, I don't know if that's a war crime or not. I mean, they're blowing up military vehicles and like, they're blowing up military bombers. I mean, I don't think that should be a war. It is. I don't know. Maybe it is. It doesn't sound like a war crime to me. I'll tell you that. Like, if I think about what is a war crime in my mind, it's certainly not this. So yeah, maybe it's smuggling. Yeah, I could be wrong. I mean, there's something. I don't know every single rule, right? Wait for your next batch of satellite imagery before numbers. As me typing this, there's been confirmed video footage showing 6 aircraft hits. Always let the fog of war clear up. That's fair. So 8 aircraft has been hit so far that's been confirmed. I've seen 15-ish. Yeah, I think I've seen probably around 15 as well. And let's see if I can find these. There's only evidence of 4 Tu-95s being hit. No, I think it's more than that. But it might not be 41. I haven't seen 41. So it's more than 4, but more than 4. Or sorry, it's more than 4, but we haven't seen 41 totally.